Hello, my name is Jason. I've written quite a few policies that I will tell you all about in a series of videos. There's not going to be that many, and I'm not going to have much interaction because I'm not that technically savvy. But I am smart enough to come up with ideas that are better than the options that are being given to us. One idea is the basic idea of the rights that we all hold dear. I have a policy I call equal access. It's basically a federal mandate that forces every state to have their gun purchase map process matched exactly to their voting process. Whatever you got to do to buy a gun is the exact same thing you have to vote. Whatever you have to do to vote is the exact same thing you have to get a gun. That means if any state legislator attempts to restrict one, then they'll restrict both. The concept of red state and blue state is fictional. It's something they've made to keep themselves in power by gerrymandering the districts. I have several plans to make the drawing of the federal districts a lot more important and a lot more fair for everyone in these districts. One of these ideas I have, policies I've created, is what I call a community wage rate. That it is applied to attorneys, teachers, and police officers. It is basically a base pay of 5 times the minimum wage and a max pay of 10 times the minimum wage of any federal district for the people working in that district. Another policy that I have is called a community dividend. That's where a system collects $1 from every employee each week that makes less than $100,000 a year, and $5 from every employee and employer that make over that every week. Then that money is collected and distributed to a citizen that lives in that district. Even the homeless that are in that district can qualify, but they have to be previously enrolled in a housing system or program run by the state. Another large problem with our federal districting lines is the judicial system. If we limit the amount of motions an attorney can file and limit the amount an attorney can charge you, it levels out the field for something that is supposed to be fair and for all of us. The concept of paying your attorney more for him to then go give a judge more motions, and simply because you have more motions, you win the case, is not a good judicial system. What I propose is a system where the state sets a number of motion cap. That way, you can only file so many motions in between each court date. And once any particular judge sees a certain amount of motions, that judge has to see that case. That case has to be heard in front of that judge, no matter which side files more motions or the other. Another part of the districting is going to be with the policing aspect. I have created a way that, with the community wage rate applied to police officers, and the concept that if a death happens with an officer involved, we have to have a trial. The concept of an officer being able to take someone's life without any form of record keeping is pretty crazy. So I think it would be up to the states to decide whether or not to keep or remove an officer's immunity. But if an officer has immunity, then they don't have a need to plead the fifth. I think it would be very interesting to see what kind of policing systems would be. I'm not trying to be a politician. I'm not trying to run for any office. I'm offering these ideas. I hope some people like them, or we can make them better, and we can make the world better. There will be more videos to follow. Thank you.